critical game in the National Football League and in the AFC West. The Chargers against the Raiders. The standings tell you why it is a critical game. The Chargers lead Denver by a game, Denver having been shellacked by Pittsburgh last Monday night. And the Raiders 2 behind. If they lose tonight, forget about the playoffs. Thus, the critical nature of the contest tonight.
20 seconds to air. Stand by, all cameras. Stand by in videotape.
Back at the Oakland Alameda County Stadium, jam-packed, as Howard told you a moment ago, a key game for the Oakland Raiders. They lose tonight, they can start their plans for the playoffs because in all probability they will not be there. You're looking at Ira Matthews, a rookie out of Wisconsin, dropping deep for the Oakland Raiders, who have won the toss. He's back there with number 82, Larry Brunson, set to kick off. Mike Wood, and there are a lot of stories concerning the kicking game for the San Diego Chargers. We'll be telling you those stories over the course of the evening. Mike Wood, Townsend, and it's a deep kick taken there by Ira Matthews, and he'll bring it out from the end zone. Finds an opening and moves out close to the 40-yard line. So the Oakland Raiders will begin their possession. And Kenny Stabler, as we have told you, will open at quarterback. Big game, set a couple of personal marks against the New York Jets this past Sunday, but they lost. And part of the reason, 5 interceptions by Stabler, who had 30 last year. The setbacks, Mark Van Egan, who is having a great year at 100 yards rushing, 100 yards receiving last week against those Jets. The 2 tight ends, 88, Raymond Chester, 87, Dave Casper. You saw the offensive line set to go, and Stabler brings them up. Cliff Branch, the single wide receiver. Chester, bottom of your screen. Handoff. Goes to Derek Jensen. Bounds over the left side for a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8, and let's meet the defense. Wilbur Young has moved from defensive end. Remember so many years at Kansas City, he's found a home there. Scored against the Rams last week. Linebackers, not your biggest names in the world of professional football, but they are very effective. We'll talk about them during the evening. Willie Buchanan out on the left corner, and a youngster on the right corner, Mike Williams, who is steady. They have fine defensive personnel. They now face the Oakland Raiders at 2nd down and 8. The ball at the 33-yard line. Stabler, first time to the air. Flips it out. Mark Van Egan. Van Egan struggling for yardage. Gets maybe a yard out of it. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Oakland didn't want to put it down. They finally did at 6 in the morning. Just setting the backdrop.
3rd down, 7. The Oakland Raiders 4-4 against the 6-2 San Diego Chargers. And he gets it off to Van Egan. He was pounded as he did so. Short of the first down is Van Egan at the 38-yard line. Hit there.
Leroy there. It's got to be the middle linebacker break, I would say. Coming across. I don't know where the right linebacker was either. That could be low.
The number 1 draft pick of the Oakland Raiders went to Baltimore, came back last year, leading the league, as we've told you already, in receiving. Oakland playing as if they were playing for their lives tonight. On the scoreboard first, 9:28 remaining in the first quarter. Ray Guy kicks off for the Oakland Raiders. Deep, Hank Bauer and Artie Owens. This will be Artie Owens from the 3-yard line. And Owens down at the 20. San Diego start in deep territory once again, and a flag is down, as we see so often these days with the new rules concerning the blocking on the kicks.
The big man from Morgan State, Raymond Chester. What you have to remember, Frank, to look at the call, flip. What you have to remember about this Oakland team is they're an intimidating force here at home. We've mentioned they haven't lost a game. They are great on natural grass, and through the years, well, Don Shula could tell you about some of the victories that Oakland has registered, including the waffle pass to Clarence Davis. There's Don Coryell, great offensive coach, head coach, San Diego.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that Coryell, of course, I think we said a while ago, they're going to be coming after him. But he's seen it happen before. He said, I don't like that kind of call.
He thinks and breathes offense. Very successful in St. Louis before he came to the Chargers at the beginning of last season. And a tremendous collegiate record, San Diego State and Whittier. The penalty against San Diego moves them back inside their 10 to the 9-yard line. 1st and 10. And off is Lydell Mitchell over the left side. Pounds to the 10, gets a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Lydell Mitchell, who made his first start last week. He had knee surgery a year ago after the season, not quite a year ago, and he developed a staph infection in it. He really is in subpar. Right now, he steps out, and in comes Artie Owens, who you saw a moment ago returning the kickoff.
I get that swarming feeling when I look at that Oakland defense, man. They're a little bit more aggressive tonight, I believe, than they were last time I saw them.
On second down, here comes Artie Owens. He slips on the turf and gets to the 10-yard line, losing one.
That turf,
3rd and 9.
That turf will work to the advantage all night of the Oakland Raiders, which is why they didn't want the top down and didn't put it down until 6 o'clock this morning. There's Tom Flores. In the meantime, you talked about Mitchell, Frank. He's missed 6 games this year. He's just coming back, so he's probably A, rusty, and B, not fully right.
And you know he's a force if you recall his days at Baltimore with tremendous receiving. He's the top receiver active today in the NFL with over 300 receptions. They miss him. Mike Thomas, his backup, is also playing with a sore back. 3rd and 10. Fired over the middle. Charlie Joyner has the ball, drops it. A San Diego man is there.
And that's a good break from San Diego. He had a first down, but I think it may not be
They're
enough
going to
now.
rule it incomplete.
Oh, they are?
Yep.
It looked like he had possession, took a couple strides. Jack Tatum was there to pound Charlie Joyner when he came across the middle.
Well, we certainly see that happen before. This time they had the extra backs in, but they didn't blitz. Then he had some time to throw, drilled it right in the middle of Charlie Joyner. Man, I think that's a complete ball.
I'm sorry. That was a completed pass.
Yeah, I think so, too. I really do. Well, anyway,
Somebody
they didn't call it that way. Artie Owens recovered the
San
fumble.
Diego is punting. Ira Matthews is deep. Jeff West again in his end zone. 9 men on the line. They back out of it, and Oakland plays for the run back. Another poor kick by West, who has to hurry it. Standing short of the end zone, and this time Oakland will take over at their 40-yard line. You recall, they went in after possession. The Raiders, good field position once again. They're out in front 7-0 over the San Diego Chargers. 7:48 remaining in the first quarter. On 1st and 10, Stabler has a man wide open. Cliff Branch. Branch out of bounds inside the 5. Defending against him, Willie Buchanan. He was not even in the area.
Oh, are you looking at a fired-up football team living off great field position and fired up as we look at it again from the end zone? Don?
All right, we got a shot of it. I want to see how he got that wide open, too, because he beat a pretty good defensive back, I'll guarantee you. I think he just went right by. He didn't do much of anything.
Not even a bump.
How in the world did the guy let him get that close to him? Because Cliff Branch, they always give him some room because of his speed. Hey, they're not going to get out of the hole here. These folks are going to be way behind before they get started.
There was a mistake made against Raymond Chester. He got 6. Branch puts it at the 3. This is Van Egan on 1st and goal.
That's 2 mistakes, Frank, because somebody didn't pick up Chester a while ago either. So I'd say maybe one of them was more of a mental mistake than the other one.
We saw a fired-up Pittsburgh team Monday night. We saw a fired-up Pirate team win the World Series. These people are human beings. And they want to produce tonight for managing partner Al Davis, whose wife, while her heart remains stable, has not regained consciousness, is in critical condition in the Merritt Hospital here in Oakland. And they want this victory for their boss and for her.
Stabler, 2nd and goal. Van Egan smashed as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and goal. And again, this is one of the biggest football teams you're ever going to see. Big number 99, Wilbur Young. They say 290. And they probably have to take him to the ice house.
They're being nice, aren't they?
And their offensive line, well, I said at the very top, it's awesome. They are unbelievably big. 3rd and goal, the ball inside the 2. Tom Flores in his first year taking over from John Madden, who departed with an incredible record at the end of last season. On 3rd and goal. Booker Russell gets the call. But yes, he gets the touchdown. Russell in from just 2 yards out, and the Oakland Raiders extend their lead. Booker Russell, a free agent, came up last year as we look again, but they are playing any running back available these days in Oakland.
The key right there is the block by Van Egan. You saw he just let it right in. They tried twice before with really no gain at all. Came back in. Van Egan at least just neutralized him. Allowed him to push right on in there.
Mark Van Egan blocking Ray Preston as we look at Jim Breach. Breach, good at the conversion. Oakland out front 14-0. A sudden change of events, not anticipated. And let's take a look at it one more time. Watch Van Egan. He leads it. He's number 30. Booker Russell's 34. Preston comes in, number 52 for the Chargers. Good block, Van Egan.
Preston just couldn't quite hold it all there together. Need a little help from somebody else.
Each team has had only 3 days rest. Remember that. They're under the same conditions.
That's really putting them together.
They are hot at the moment. But San Diego, with Fouts, with Jefferson, with all of their weapons.
Past the Rams, they blew them out last Sunday, 40-16. They can hit from anywhere in the field. Ray Guy punches it. And downfield, Artie Owens. And Owens slips once again, gets to the 20-yard line. And again, San Diego will begin from the 20. This time no clipping, so they have a little better field position which to operate.
Yeah, but in the meantime, there was a key call leading to that second touchdown by an official, where Charlie Joyner caught a Fouts pass, moved 2 to 3 steps, seemed a clear reception, hit, lost the football, called incomplete.
One of those close ones.
Yes.
One of those close ones.
Dan Fouts, he has supreme confidence. 14 points not going to bother him one way or the other. You know he doesn't like it. But he'll keep it in the air. Got a screen out to Clarence Williams. Nifty little move by Williams, and he's up close to a first down at the 30-yard line. Tripped up there by Rod Martin.
There's Booker Russell. Carried it in for the touchdown. Yeah.
And his counterpart with the Chargers, you saw a moment ago, Clarence Williams. He's not big, guys. He's 5'11", 195-pounder, but he's the leading rusher with over 400 yards coming into tonight.
He's one of 3 players in the conference who scored 4 touchdowns in a game this year. Look at that graphic.
And he has 9 for the season.
He and Roland Hooks and a fellow named Butler, the latitude from Buffalo, scored 4 TDs in 1 game.
They have to get to the 30-yard line. It'll be no problem for Williams. He has the first down, slithering out of bounds, out around the 34-yard line. Mike Davis defending for Oakland.
Defense has come on and surprised a lot of people. They've given up 14 points, but they've got some reasons behind that, too.
Reggie Kinlaw is in defensively for Oakland. He wears number 62. Oakland now in a 4-3 defense on 1st and 10 at the 34. Fouts has a man wide open. Charlie Joyner. He's short of the first down as he's swarmed under back at the 40, but I believe they'll mark it close to the 43. As a matter of fact, over the 43, close to another first down.
There's Don Coryell. He's screaming away. In the meantime, a very important series, as Don intimated, because they want to strike back. They have enormous strike back capacity. At the beginning of the telecast, Frank talked to you about Charlie Joyner. Said he's lost a touch of speed, which he has, but remains one of the cunning receivers in football.
Monty Jackson in defensively for Oakland. He's been hurt throughout the entire season thus far. He had to come in because Lester Hayes came out. His second down, less than a yard. Handoff quickly to Lydell Mitchell. He has the first down over the 45 to the 46. And Monty Jackson, all pro for a couple of years in Los Angeles before arriving here a year ago, has been trouble. He wears number 42 as we look at Lydell Mitchell. He can do.
Remember when he was traded for Joe Washington, and we had Washington the next week, and then he'd do a job for Baltimore. Similar kind of runner.
San Diego pecking away. First down now at their own 46-yard line. Klein was in motion. Man is open. Jefferson.
Is that touch?
John Jefferson up in it at the 35, and he has another San Diego first down, and Charger receivers, Don, are open all over the field.
Oh, but Frank, that was they were open, but he had to just drop it. Once he dropped it right over Monty Johnson's head, number 58. As middle linebacker drops, he just says, wait a minute, right over there. There you are.
Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. As one of the best quarterbacks in contemporary football, Don, you know what touch means. Look at Jefferson.
Well, you've got to have more than one stroke. You know, you got one trick, you got no tricks, and that was a nice one. You got a pretty good little knock on the head. Is that Hendrickson hitting?
Fouls 4 of 6, 40 yards. The 1st and 10 is at the 35-yard line of the Raiders. 3:25 remaining in the first quarter. Lydell Mitchell in motion. Again over the middle is Joyner, who is open. Joyner is a first down inside the 20.
Oh, I like
the 16-yard line.
Oh, this is a great football game so far, folks. It has the look of a Houston-Miami game of a year ago, won by Houston 35-31. Too early to tell if it'll hold up. But Charlie Joyner, originally a second-round draft choice, with Houston. Picked by Don Klosterman, later with Cleveland. A great trade. We'll talk later about the way the Chargers were built. A great trade brought him here to the Chargers.
Monty Jackson out defensively for Oakland at the corner. Lester Hayes back in. 1st and 10, the ball at the 16 of the Oakland Raiders. Blitz threatened by Oakland. Williams gets the handoff. A flag is down at the line of scrimmage. Williams down inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
A couple of flags down.
Could be offsetting.
I was reading an article quoting Fouts, how that I think he means it too. He says, man, I've got some great receivers. The way he classified J.J. Jefferson, he says, I don't think there's a better one around. Joyner, he says, is really a true professional. Runs great routes. We'll get a call here just in a minute.
Offside, number 32.
Pretty hard when they get the safety offsides. You know something's going on. But he called the best hands on the team that belong to their tight end, Klein.
Jack Tatum is offside. We saw the Raiders setting in their blitz. They came with it. Tatum was there early. The down remains the same at the 11-yard line. 1st and 5. Jefferson splits to the left. Joyner in tight, top of your screen. Fouts flooding backs to the right. Looking for Jefferson. He slipped and fell. And Fouts throws it in the end zone. Oh, boy. Picked off. Lester Hayes was there. Fouts wanted to go to Jefferson. He slipped coming across under the goalpost. Fouts had to check off, and he threw it right in the arms to Lester Hayes. Touchback.
Yeah, he had an icicle ran through his head that time. Just throws up.
Lester Hayes saves the Oakland Raiders from possible points. We'll be back. Watch Dan Fouts. He'll look straight down the middle. Jefferson will slip. You do not see that. There it is. He looks for Jefferson. Jefferson falls. Now he tries to throw it away, and he just didn't get enough on it.
He saw that last little hesitation right there. He really was just not going anywhere. He had a couple of times. You're right, Frank. He's trying to hit Jefferson over the middle. And I think the point that Howard made earlier was that tarp maybe. Okay. Pretty well covered. He sees Joyner trying to come back.
A touchback. 1st and 10, the Oakland Raiders out on top, 14-0. Stabler hands off to Mark Van Eegen over the right side. Gets to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Piled up there.
The tarp may determine the outcome of this game.
Indeed he has. And it's a good thing for the Raiders. They again had trouble with their outstanding cornerback, Monty Jackson. 2nd and call it 10. This is Jensen over the left side, and he slithers out to the 25. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, pulled himself free, and picks up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5, upended finally by Mike Williams.
That's the kind of sleeper draft choice that Davis came up with so consistently through the years of Oakland preeminence. Jensen from Texas Arlington. Nobody really ever heard much of him. But now he looks like he's coming up. 2nd year.
Rich Martini is in there for Cliff Branch, number 89, and the 2 tight ends remain. 88, Raymond Chester, Dave Casper, 87. Handoff, Derek Jensen. He struggles for the first down, does not get it. As he moves out to the 29-yard line, it'll be 4th and 1, and the kicking units come on.
Active game, Don.
Yeah, it is. That guy we're looking at right now has really been the difference. He put them in the hole. They never got out of it. Every time he punts, it goes 40 or 50 one way. And they're trying to get it out of the other way, and it goes 20 or 30. I can figure that one out. Yeah.
There's Mike Fuller, averaging a little over 10 yards a return this year. Did a little better than that last year. Very steady, doesn't cause you problems back there. Every guy gives any team problems. He really hangs it high, and when he connects, it almost goes out of the ballpark, like this one. Wow! This time, Fuller lets it go and goes to the end zone. Great guy kicked that ball from about the 21-yard line. 71-yard punt.
Goff had nothing to do with that.
Oh, man, no. He had a 60-yarder last week against the Jets. His average is now, what, up around 43, something like that?
He's getting a little angry. He's got a couple of guys ahead of him around the league. That's the story with 25 seconds remaining in the 1st quarter.
Look around you, guys, and look who just came into our booth.
Who came into our booth? Oh, there he is.
Big John Matt.
Yes, sir.
I know Jim Mahoney. Who's that other big man?
One of the best coaches of our time.
Indeed. Boy, 1st and 10. Where's Williams? Dave Pear hustled over there from his middle guard spot to collar Clarence Williams, but not until Williams had stepped out of bounds at the 33 for another 1st and 10 for San Diego.
That's some good ones here. I've seen old Darrell rip them up and down this field.
He's in that record book in many places, as is the coach, Tom Flores.
That's right. As they say, he was in the Super Bowl.
33-yard line after Williams gets the first down for San Diego. Lydell Mitchell in motion. Williams gets the call once again. Turns the corner and out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Upended by Mike Davis defensively for Oakland.
End of the 3rd quarter, virtually at hand. I mean, 1st quarter.
We'll get there.
Sounds like 3rd.
Well,
Time is expiring.
when you have to make the red eye, it's not a bad notion.
Oakland on top explosively here in the 1st quarter, 14-0. Stay with me. San Diego can explode themselves. 1st quarter stats has been the Oakland Raiders. San Diego struggling. They moved the ball, had an opportunity, threw an interception, did Dan Fouts into the end zone. They have the ball now, 2nd down. Free the ball at the 40-yard line, the San Diego 40-yard line, as we begin the 2nd quarter. Lydell Mitchell gets over the 40 to the 41. Mad scramble there, short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and a long 2. Ted Hendricks in there initially for the Oakland Raiders.
I think there's ever been a bigger offensive line.
Only at SC.
That was good, Shake.
3rd and 2. 2 tight ends are in. Greg McCrary comes in. Mitchell gets the call. He's short.
He is short.
Good play by the Oakland Raiders defense. Jack Tatum is up there helping Dave Pear's submarine.
It's way too early to start saying those are critical downs and critical.
They are.
But in a way, they might be, because I think what San Diego needs to do is they've got to get
Strike back.
and say,
Exactly.
hey, we can score too.
Far more important than they seem at the time.
Jeff West, who's been watching the master tonight, did not learn too well his first couple attempts as we look at Ira Matthews.
I just wonder if punters who come in here to punt against Ray Guy get intimidated by it and maybe punt worse.
Ira Matthews back there for Oakland, led the nation at Wisconsin last year in punt returns. This time West gets a beauty. Ira Matthews, no fair catch. Slips once again, gets to the 20-yard line on a 39-yard punt that hung up there very well.
Don Coryell, an animated coach, an enthusiastic coach. We've suggested a great offensive coach. I think Don made the key point. Once San Diego moved quickly, seeming to move it well down the scoring position. Jefferson slipped, bad throw by Fouts, mistaken throw, should have thrown it, overthrown it. Saved the football, they didn't score. This time they couldn't get the 1st down with but 3 yards to go on 2nd down.
And Oakland with Kenny Stabler having a fine 1st quarter. Heading the offense, handoff is to Clarence Hawkins. Came in a year ago as a free agent, again being forced into action by those injuries that have plagued the Raiders throughout the course of the year to the running backs. 6-footer, a 205-pounder out of Florida A&M. As Oakland's long gain from scrimmage thus far this year, 34 yards.
Number 21, as you look at him, Cliff Branch, over 5,000 yards receiving in his career, made the big catch on the 2nd touchdown drive tonight.
Also 44 touchdowns for Branch. He's been something as we watch Mark Van Egan struggling out to the 30-yard line, close to a 1st down. They mark it ahead of the 30. He has it.
They make him tough at Colgate.
He is tough. Now he's really put together he's over 4,500 yards in his career. He's never had a run from scrimmage, and I'm not detracting at all because he's just not a big, fast guy. He's never had a run of over 34 yards in his career, and that's a lot of times you're going to be popped. His longest thus far this year, 19, but he's always there. 1st down, Oakland. Van Egan, the workhorse. Oh, and he is popped by Woodrow Lowe.
Woody Lowe from Alabama.
The preacher.
Not the biggest linebacker in the league, but one of the quickest.
He's playing where he likes to play. He gets weak side more this year. The Chargers under Coryell this year switched from flip-flopping their linebackers, so he's on the right side. Consequently, because of so many teams being right-handed, he gets the weak side opportunity. He likes it that way.
5'5", at that graphic.
He's hot. He's hot.
2nd and 7. Van Egan. They're struggling yard or two over the 35 to the 36, where it'll be 3rd down and 4.
Just saw it at the tackle.
Stabler, 5 for 5. You saw him a moment ago. He wants his tight end. He has the first down as Raymond Chester is to midfield. And a key item, Stabler well protected thus far tonight.
All right, you see a little, that's Preston right there. Man, he's got some trouble getting off the line. That's almost defensive holding right there, but nobody covered him. It looks to me there's a lot of confusion in their coverage on about 3 different times. Picked up a big first down. Also, I think it's interesting that as long as Kenny has this 14-point lead, what does that say?
Go Giants beat Rams.
I was out here early.
That's Sunday.
I was out here early.
Did you put it up?
The ball at the 49-yard line. First down open. Handoff. Van Egan. Big hole left side behind Archell and Gene Upshaw. Van Egan, however, dropped at the 47-yard line. Fred Dean, the littlest defensive lineman for the Chargers, but he is oh so quick. Dean made the stop. 2nd and 6. The ball at the 47-yard line of San Diego. Van Egan tries to get outside, and Woody Lowe is there. Gain of a couple. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Lowe stop the play for the Chargers.
Ralph Bernish, a man who is kicker, or was the kicker for the Chargers, has undergone surgery twice, is himself in very grave condition. He's in the hospital, had a piece of the colon removed. He's in satisfactory condition now. It's called Crohn's disease. It's an incurable disease. The doctors can control it.
3rd and 3. Mark Van Egan pops it in, moves close to the 35-yard line. He has another Oakland first down, and you better believe Oakland is steamed and fired tonight.
Oh, they look like the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah,
Who
totally.
won it in the West in 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73.
You're in a good rhythm there. Keep
75,
going. You got it.
76.
Yeah.
That's the team of tradition. Are they hot right now?
Van Egan,
The
out of the
Raiderettes.
lineup. Derek Jensen comes in. Van Egan, the workhorse. So predictable, the Oakland offense. Over, Shell, and Upshaw on the left side. And Stabler, when you protect him, as accurate as any passer in this game. Clarence Hawkins, right side, struggles forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd and 8. He's working on the clock. Only 7:40 remaining in the first half. Grant split right. Handoff. Derek Jensen piled up at the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Wilbur Young, bottom of that pile with Fred Dean moving over.
Glad you talked about Fred Dean, Frank. He's become a great football player. Had a key blindside sack of Pat Hayden a week ago, resulted in a Wilbur Young pickoff of a would-be Hayden pass and a touchdown for the Chargers. And you said he was a lighter one. He was drafted as a linebacker.
He's great on that weak side because he is so quick. But tonight he gets a lot of running game coming his way. On 3rd and 5, Stabler. Again, he has the time. Casper's open. Out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, and the snake is hot.
Oh, is he picking them apart? Oh!
I really don't understand how they're getting that wide open. Let's see if we can pick it up again, maybe on a rerun. It looked to me they may be trying to roll into a zone. Again, that's Lowe trying to work on him a little bit. He's saying, wait a minute, somebody's supposed to come over.
Edwards was way back.
Yep, he's playing deep. If they're going to play that little short zone and let him go, you can hit Casper right there all day.
He put it right between Mike Williams, the cornerback. You saw him 29 bump Casper. Glenn Edwards was never over there in his zone. Stabler 7 for 7. Oakland with a 14-0 lead as a 1st and goal.
Well, I'll tell you, 21 zip's going to do it.
Oh, Van Egan.
Oh, boy.
This team lost 4 days ago to the Jets, 28-19.
That'll tell you how strong those Jets are.
Oh. Well. I sure didn't expect this.
I tell you, I'll say it and I'll probably regret it, but it is not over.
No, well, that's all right. That's not a...
I've looked at films at San Diego. I've watched them. They are an explosive ball club. They have a quarterback who has never even heard of the word quit.
Yeah, but this doesn't help them.
Jim Breach for the conversion. 6:54 remaining in the half. Hum puts it down. Breach puts it through. 21-0. And would you believe, Oakland over the San Diego Chargers. We'll be back in an electrified Oakland Alameda County Stadium in a moment. 6:54 remaining in the first half. Oakland on top 21-0. The Snake has been perfect, but his receivers have been open. Also open. Ray Guy busted. Artie Owens is deep. This is Artie Owens. Oh, and he almost
good tackle by Ray Guy.
Ray Guy made the save. A moment ago, you saw NCAA college football coming your way Saturday. Our other regional telecast as the second half of our NCAA coverage is Saturday. Our Eastern Kentucky at Murray State at 4 Eastern, 3 o'clock Central Time, and Utah State at Arizona State. For those of you in the Mountain Time Zone, at 3 Mountain Daylight Time, 2 o'clock in Arizona.
That was some tackle by Ray Guy, one-on-one.
Yeah, it's not what you'd ordinarily expect from one of your kickers, but as we said before, he was a defensive back and a good one.
That's Rufus Best coming off for Oakland. San Diego, a little bit shell-shocked. They have to be at this moment, leading the Western Division of the AFC, 6-2. The Raiders are 4-4, but the Raiders are on top. And the blitz comes. It's read perfectly in a battle for the football by Charlie Joyner. And defensively back there for the Oakland Raiders was Lester Hayes. Dave Browning in defensively, so it's Browning 73, Pear 74, Patume 67 defensively for Oakland. Second down and 10. Jefferson splits left, Joyner right. Good protection, but no receiver. And almost picked off by Rod Martin.
Well, you can't panic in this situation, and they may be panicking, John.
Well, I don't think what's happening is, to me, like right there, that that guy's not open. Whether you're going to say he didn't run a good route, whether they had a good defense, it's hard to tell from up here. They are still slipping and sliding around out there a little bit, but it seems when he has time to throw, they have him pretty well covered.
The interesting thing is San Diego slips.
Yeah.
Rufus Best, okay, that's the word from the Oakland bench. Third down, 10. Williams, single setback. Bounce. Joyner.
Knocked him back across that first
I'll tell you, that was Monty Jackson who hit Charlie Joyner, knocked him back.
Joyner's down, Frank.
He bounced off Monty Jackson. We told you earlier that Jackson has struggled all year long with an injured knee.
Had a piece in the San Francisco Chronicle this morning. Not
one of those.
The other number 8 punting tonight, Jeff West. Ira Matthews, a dangerous return man. Has not been able to pop one for the Oakland Raiders, but they know from his numbers at the University of Wisconsin that he can do it.
Is it too early to have your fake punt when you're 21 down in the first half?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, well, okay. Then let's don't have it.
Too early in your own territory.
But keep in mind, you've got very offensive-oriented coaching staff over there, and I'm sure he's saying, wait a minute, what in the world is going on here tonight? They may need something to kind of shake them up.
Yeah, but you got over 6 minutes left in the half. You can't risk making it a 4-touchdown deficit. Then you really ought to.
I just suggested it.
West hangs it high. Ira Matthews from his 27. Good moves and good defensive work there for the San Diego Chargers. Hustling down there. That was Hank Bauer.
He's the man.
5:50 remaining in the first half. Oakland has the football. Certainly couldn't miss it. The Snake is the hot hand tonight. 7 of 7, 122 yards, 1 touchdown.
At the halftime, we're going to cover all of the highlights, the leaders of the first half of NFL play this year.
Oakland, 1st and 10, 30-yard line. Comfortable lead. Reverse to Clarence Hawkins. Right side, another pickup of 5 yards. Upset there by Bob Horn. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Thing you got to remember, Frank, turnovers have determined the fate of the Oakland Raiders thus far this year. Every game they've gotten ahead and haven't had turnovers, they've won. Every game. Tonight, not a turnover yet, and they've gotten not just ahead, but a way ahead. And they haven't adjusted, as Dunn has told you, to coverage on crossing patterns.
They have not come close to adjusting. They're trying to double on the outside, and they're not getting deep with their deep zone man. This is Clarence Hawkins. He has an opening, and he paddles forward. Oh, and they're fired up. Out over the 40. First down, Oakland. They continue to move, and we're going to pause. 5 seconds to allow our stations to identify themselves. Oakland came into this game. Their division lives on the line, if you will. They came in fired up. Stabler's been perfect. Raymond Chester, 34-yard touchdown. Long pass to Cliff Branch, set up a Booker Russell 1-yard touchdown. And Mark Van Egan on a long drive. Scored from 4 yards out. They lead 21-0. Van Egan, the ball once again close to the 43-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 1. Mike Williams under there defensively from his cornerback spot.
Good stats, Don.
That's not bad. 7, I thought it was 8 for 8, but 7 for 7, that is really not bad. No interceptions, that's the real key. Kenny sometimes gets in a streak, you know, and he just throws those interceptions. There's a look at the standings in the West that we've been talking about. Oakland 4-4, San Diego 6-2.
So you can see that a victory for Oakland tonight will keep that team with its winning tradition very much alive in the AFC West race.
Second down 9. Stabler, draw play.
All right.
Clarence Hawkins, his drop to the line of scrimmage, loss of a couple, and then hustling in there was the man we've been talking about with all that quickness. Cashman, bottom of your screen. Inside handoff. Hawkins squeezing the football, gets to the 45-yard line.
Don, who's leading the NFC in quarterback sacks? Who's leading the NFC in touchdown reception? Who's leading the NFC in longest interception return? Questions to be answered at halftime.
Okay with me.
Good. 4th down. Ray Guy comes out. Mike Fuller drops deep, and a great deal of respect. Guy is standing on his 30. Fuller is all the way down to his 10-yard line. Show us he's fairly accurate with the ball.
I can't believe it.
And he puts it out inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. 41-yard punt, and still gets it out inside the 15. He is something special. We'll be back. 2 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the first half. Surprisingly, Oakland fired up ahead of the San Diego Chargers 21-0. Frank Gifford along with Howard Cosell and Don Meredith enjoying splendid offensive night for the Raiders, and wondering about the San Diego Chargers. Can they come back? Klein is in motion on first down. Fouts is back. Flag is down. It's over the middle to Jefferson. Bobbles the ball. They're ruling incomplete, however, but again, a flag is down at the line of scrimmage, and Fouts was popped pretty good back there. Hustling in was Dave Pear.
Was really one of the big differences coming in tonight is that Oakland offsides. You see that San Diego has been giving Dan really much better protection than the Raiders have given Kenny all year. So they'll be happy to pick up that 5 yards, don't you imagine?
Offside, defense number 74.
Well, that explains why Pear was in there. First down and 5.
19-yard line, first
He's
ball.
clever, isn't he?
Yeah.
You got to watch O'Shea.
Line.
Yeah, he'll come up there. You just got to keep an eye on him all the time.
2:25 remaining in the half. That's Slidell Mitchell in motion. Bounce. Mitchell, he's there.
If he was...
No, he's out of bounds. Joe Villapiano was defending. Bounce led him just a little close to the sidelines. Incomplete.
Get him back in stride.
They got to use Mitchell and whomever else they can find right now, because they're sure don't want to go in here 21 zip. That's going to be hard to catch up in the second half.
Second down 5. Oakland threatening the blitz. Drop out of it. Bounce. A lot of time. This is Mitchell over the middle.
There's Lydell.
That is the Lydell you've seen so many years with the Baltimore Colts, and again last year. Get it to him over the middle, 4 or 5 yard pass, and he'll turn it into a 20-yard gainer.
Exactly what I
Frank,
mean.
take a look at this, because really he's sitting back there, and this is the key to it. He didn't really want to go to Lydell. Lydell was like his probably 4th receiver on that. but that secondary is really dropping back.
And Mitchell gets the first down up to the 43-yard line. We get the 2-minute warning. Hello there. We'll be back.
A fun show intended as fun. 7th time around, always a hit. You'll enjoy it.
That is fun. I enjoyed being out there. What was it, last year? They really get into it, don't they?
You didn't get your master's degree, though, at Pepperdine.
43-yard line. The San Diego Chargers with a goose egg on the scoreboard, down 21-0. They'd like to go in with something, but they have been totally befuddled by the defense. The blitz comes again. Faust reads it, but he did not have a chance to get it out to Jefferson. That'll be 2nd and 10.
I'd say that's a situation where you've got he's in the wrong formation, obviously, to call off some kind of audible. Now, you've got to have, if you're going to check off at the line of scrimmage, you've got to have somebody come up here and help you block and get Clarence Williams to pick that guy up. He was the only one in there to do it. So it was either you got to come off to a different kind of route, man. You can't let a guy come in on you like that.
He could not change his set. Well, he had no one to pick up.
Sometimes that happens. You know, you've got an offensive set where you literally cannot change it, and if you know which one that is, that's, of course, when you want to try to blitz.
2nd and 10. 1:57 remaining in the half. By Bob Klein in motion. Wide open is Jefferson.
That could be 7.
He'll get a block out of it.
Could be 7.
7. Got it.
7 got in there.
Oh, we got a football game now. I was about to say the key to this game thus far was the time San Diego had a first down inside the 20, Frank, and then Faust threw the intercept to Hayes. But let's see here.
Super blocked by Charlie Joyner, helping Jefferson get into the end zone. Pick it up, D.
Well, Frank, I was trying to see again. It seemed like all of a sudden one guy's getting really wide open. The ball was a little bit underthrown. It may have helped him score because when he came back, the Oakland defense came across. Tatum was just a little bit late getting over there. Jefferson's got the speed. That was his 6th touchdown of the year.
Mike Wood for the conversion. Fuller is holding.
Horrible.
Oh, that's Smarts.
Turn out the lights.
That hurts, but this helped.
All right, a little quick push off right on the outside. That's Henry Williams coming up there, and nobody really came over. Now, probably you're trying to get those outside guys covered in a 2-minute situation.
Good block
and they just
by
left that
Joyner.
middle up there. Joyner did come back. He cut
Good
his
block
lip a
by
while ago.
Joyner.
I believe it was Philyaw who got a big paw up there as we look at John Jefferson. His 6th touchdown of the year, as Don already mentioned. Watch Philyaw. He's 77. He's 6'9", right in the middle.
Now, they've had some troubles with their kicking. They've got some big old hands up there, but that ball was pretty low, too. So I would say it's a combination of things. He's new. Lloyd Jarrella was there for a while. That didn't work out.
He went 0 for 4. They really missed Panishka.
They really have put...
But they did get some impetus from that touchdown. No question about it.
They know they can do it now.
Now watch Joyner's block. Number 18 right there.
You like to see this because, you know, the wide receivers, they are kind of a different breed all themselves anyway. They like to catch the ball, but you get them to come in and block one another downfield. That's how they can score those touchdowns.
Mike Wood will kick off. 1:46 remaining in the half. This will be Ira Matthews from his 5-yard line.
Look out, Ira.
And he finds a little bit of daylight and moves out over the 35-yard line, where Oakland and Kenny Stabler will have possession. 27-yard return. Pete Shaw defensively there for San Diego.
Minute 39 left in the half. An action-packed half with Oakland in command. But suddenly, San Diego striking back within the final 2 minutes and then having the kick blocked. But they gave you some idea of their strike-back capacity with that quick touchdown pass to Jefferson.
3 timeouts, both ball clubs. Stabler, I like it. He's going to go to the air. Casper's open again. In between that zone, and it's not working tonight for San Diego. Casper trying to get the lateral to Raymond Chester, could not do it. But again, Stabler caught Casper in behind Mike Williams and in front of Glenn Edwards.
It's just got to be they're not used to looking at the two tight end set
They're
because
driving them crazy.
something. Yeah, they're just
Each
not.
guy is running a crossing pattern, and the defenders should be crossing as they cover them, and they're not.
You see them try to double the outside receivers oftentimes in the 2-minute period, but if they're going to do that, the guy that plays short has got to cover him up to a period, and then the safety needs to come over there a little bit and more in a hurry. And hey, it ain't all over, is it?
Raiders have timeout. We'll be back.
Don Coryell, the offense-minded coach of the Chargers. Tonight his problem has been defense. Inability to cope with the two tight end offense. Chester and Casper being constantly free. More on that as the play develops.
1st and 10, Oakland. They have the ball, 43-yard line. Stabler's back, and Stabler is sacked. Stabler down for the first time tonight.
The sack.
Wilbur Young was in there.
That's the greatest defense there is.
That sure does slow them down.
Yeah.
A moment ago, you heard Dan Fouts bringing you public service announcement, not only for himself, but the National Football League, as we do each and every game in the NFL. A lot of time contributed by athletes around the league to bring you those public service announcements, and they're well done.
They're also for real, too. Those guys really do get involved.
47-yard line. Second down, 20. Again, a lot of time, and the Raiders open his French. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Oh, but what time he had. Mike Fuller hit him.
Yep. Flag is down. We're going to get a roughing the passer against San Diego.
Well, I didn't see that one. I went with the ball that time.
That's a big break for the Raiders. Big call. 47 seconds left in the half. The Raiders would like nothing more than to at least get a field goal on the board. And they're in range now.
Yep.
That is a tough penalty. Here's the call. Bend right.
Personal foul, roughing the quarterback, number 59.
Oh. Cliff Thrift. What a great name for a middle linebacker. He's a rookie out of East Central Oklahoma. A little eager. And that will give the Raiders a first down at the 26-yard line.
Real competition at that position because he was drafted rather high, and they've been trying to move Horn out before he got in there. He says, look, it's my job until he gets it.
I'll tell you, San Diego's really high on this youngster. Cliff Thrift, we're speaking of, on 1st and 10. Stabler back. Again, has the time. Throws a little short to Cliff Branch. He does not hold on at the 15. It could have been a first down. Stabler, 9 of 10, 158 yards. 1 touchdown. Second down and 10. The ball at the 26. Has the time, unloads to Rich Martini, who picks up about 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5. Woody Lowe there defensively for San Diego.
He called him another timeout.
3rd and 5. The ball at the 21-yard line. Oakland with 1 timeout, leading 21-6. At one point, 21-0. In case you joined us late. John Jefferson scored from 57 yards out, and a Dan Fouts touchdown. Stabler. Fires a hard pass to catch to Derek Jensen, and he drops it.
And Kenny's upset, and so is Jensen.
4th down.
Kenny doesn't disguise his feelings. Never has, never will.
Jim Breach comes out. Rookie, University of California. Although he moved around, he was with the Detroit Raiders last year. This really basically is his rookie year. He's 10 of 15, a long of 47 yards. This one will be a 39-yard attempt. Has an amazing record at the University of California. Set an NCAA mark of 30 of 34 inside the 40-yard line. He's inside there now.
It's a big one.
And there it is.
Oh, 39-yard field goal, Jim Breach, and he receives the congratulations of his teammates. 23 seconds remaining in the half, and Oakland tacks 3 more on. And 2 playoff years with the Cardinals.
Cardiac cards. Boy, they won some good ones. They'd come in there and do it.
Ray Guy will kick off. Artie Owens is deep, and Hank Bauer is back there. Artie Owens. Look out.
That's 2 tackles in a row for Guy.
And Ray Guy, a busy man defending tonight on the special teams, but he's a good athlete. Owens out to the 40-yard line, 32-yard return. 17 seconds on the clock.
That's what Fouts has left. Let's see if by a miracle he can get it into field goal position, but then you have to wonder about Wood, who had the extra point attempt after the lone San Diego touchdown block.
Joyner goes left. Jefferson, the dangerous speedster, to the right. Another wide receiver, 87, Larry Burton, is in there, fourth-year man from Purdue. He's had 1 reception this year. Fouts, Lydell Mitchell. Mitchell out of bounds after a pickup of 5 yards, stops the clock, 10 seconds remaining in the half.
The 300-yard gain, which would be history in the league.
2nd and 5. Fouts.
There's part of it.
That's Larry Burton. Down to the 32-yard line with 3 seconds remaining on the clock. Time has been stopped by San Diego.
So they will try the field goal, but it's not likely that Wood can kick it.
So easy to say after it's over, but I think, you know, you could have maybe tried to get 2 of those in down the middle. They had enough timeouts rather than a little flip off to the side for a 5-yard gain. It will be a 50-yard attempt.
He's 2 for 2 since joining the Chargers. We had a couple last week. The man who is holding the ball, in case you're thinking they're going to do something other than kick the ball, is Mike Fuller, the safety man. Oakland puts 6'9" Phil Yaw at the line of scrimmage. And now the officials stop the clock. Jack Tatum wanted to discuss something. Ben Rice said, play football.
Has to be a deliberate thing to try to break his concentration.
50-yard attempt.
Short.
Way short. And the halftime expires. A scintillating first half for the Oakland Raiders. They're out in front of the San Diego Chargers 24-6. And I can't tell you what a comfortable feeling that is to go into the locker room. But
You have to deal in human terms. The Oakland Raiders are charged up tonight. As Baron Hilton, one of the owners of the Chargers, just said to me, they are playing this game for Caroli Davis. Al Davis is not here. He's taken an apartment at the Merritt Hospital to be next to his wife, who remains in critical condition. And this is certainly a major factor in the motivation of these Raiders tonight. Frank?
And again, we all wish her the very best. Ray Guy kicks off for Oakland.
He missed that one.
Stubbed it. They'll try and let it go out of bounds. It may not. Yes, it does. Out of bounds, and they almost got themselves in trouble. Flags go down. But had that ball was live. I guess they're indicating that that was where it went down. They were going to mark it with a flag. That ball is live. Anybody can handle it. And the 5-yard penalty will be assessed now against Oakland. Another thing that you were saying, Don, of course, San Diego did knock off the Raiders early in the year, 30-10, and they did it convincingly, easy. They were all over Stabler in that game. And tonight, Ken Stabler has had the protection that he lacked in that first meeting.
Only 1 sack.
Well, they just, tonight, the Chargers just, they were almost buried before they ever started. They kept getting those. What did they, on the first drive, Oakland started on the 40, 41 or something like that. The next one was on the 40. He scored 2 quick touchdowns, 14-zip.
San Diego had moved deep into Oakland territory, but an interception by Lester Hayes turned that around. So we'll kick off again. This time Ray Guy will hit it from the 30-yard line. Deep, Artie Owens, number 24. And Hank Bauer, number 37. There they are. Artie Owens has come close a couple of times tonight to breaking one. Guy hangs it up. Hank Bauer. No relation to the other one. Bauer finds an opening, and he gets out over the 40 to the 43-yard line, hit there by Booker Russell.
Captain Crunch and Hank Bauer, the leader of the special teams, California Lutheran, and he is a hustler. He does get down there.
Free agent.
Doesn't complain much. He said, I just want to be part of this team, do whatever I can.
One of a number of good ones in the building of this team. This is a critical series. They've got field position. They've got to get back in this game quickly.
Fouts at quarterback. Clarence Williams, number 40, a small fullback, but not an ability. Lydell Mitchell is in there at the halfback, number 26. That's Bob Klein, the tight end, in motion. He 84. Bounce, firing to Jefferson. Jefferson has a first down. He's inside the 45 in Oakland territory at the 43. Tackled there by Ted Hendricks.
Well, a new little twist here, Frank. You see kind of a little, both of them going the same direction. It knocks over one of the Oakland Raiders and came back out there trying to Mike Davis, number 36, trying to cover. It's almost like a lead block downfield by Klein.
Either that or a mistake. 43-yard line, San Diego. Down 24-6. Draw play, Lydell Mitchell. Gets to the 40. Pick up of 3. It'll be second down and 7. Second down, 7. Raiders up in their blitz. Klein in motion. Here comes Tatum. Bounce, reads it, hits Joyner, first down.
All right.
To the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I still get a big kick when you go. I want to see what they're going to do when you go into the halftime. And I remember from days gone by when things don't go the way you plan. We look at this replay. One of the things they possibly changed on a blitz, instead of trying to hit him deep, they changed the pattern and bring Joyner in on the inside route. They weren't very successful with trying to lay it up and let him run under it.
Dan Faust, not much in the scoreboard, but he's 12 of 19 and has 199 yards. 2 tight ends are in now. Greg McCrary is in. Joyner comes out. Greg McCrary is number 88. Lydell Mitchell turns inside, gets away from Villapiano, and gets forward to about the 27. Give him 4. It'll be second down at 6. Bob Klein is playing with a very sore calf tonight. There was a question whether he would even play. And Pat Curran's injured reserve. Barry Burton, 87, comes in. 3 wide receivers. Second down, 6. Bounce, Joyner.
Oh, that's nice.
Another first down inside the 20-yard line. At the 17-yard line, Ted Hendricks pressuring Dan Fouts there, but he was very cool. He waited to Joyner, uncovered, put it right on target.
Told you, Joyner, a veteran cunning end. As you look at Charlie isolated, runs great routes, finds a way of getting loose, Don.
Kind of a delayed route, and Cornell used this route an awful lot with Mel Gray up in at St. Louis, but it's a delay, let somebody clean it out, come back up under all that traffic, and Dan did do a good job of staying in there.
On first and 10, 16-yard line, they mark it, getting the call is Williams. And Clarence gets inside the 15. Close to the 13-yard line. A gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7. Dave Pear in on the stop.
Al Davis is really pleased with that trade. He's happy to have him here.
229 yards now for Dan Fouts on 13 of 20. Jefferson in motion. Second and 7. Joyner again, same pattern. Ted Hendricks has long arms and he's quick.
He does. Joyner was trying to go around him. He says, I'm going to try this move. Watch this. Ted says, oh, no, you're not.
Matter of fact, he lost 2 yards trying to go around him, which was a mistake.
And he gets to the 10, where it'll be third down and 4.
But what's pretty here is the way they're using Joyner, taking advantage of what he can give them.
It sure is easy to see up here, isn't it, if he just made a quick cut right to his left there. That way to go, Ted. Nice job.
Joyner, 6 receptions, 58 yards. He had 7 against the Rams a week ago. He's hot. Klein in motion. Bounce has a man open. It was Joyner. He was open for just a fraction of a moment, and Jack Tatum came back.
Well, he looked left and then threw right.
28-yard attempt by Mike Wood.
That'll help.
That helps. Good. From 28 yards out is Mike Wood. That shortens it. Oakland now 24, San Diego 9. We'll be back. 10:15 remaining in the third quarter. San Diego took the ball right down the field. Had to settle for a 28-yard field goal. Mike Wood to kick off. And I don't know what happened. You better fall on it. Mike Wood just flat missed the ball. And there is one big rhubarb and hassle going on down there now. I think he just missed the ball. It had to travel 10 yards before San Diego could recover it. It didn't. Everyone hovered around and looked at it.
Well, Oakland will get the ball in absolutely superb field position.
It's one of those gambles.
I want to see the replay if we
He was trying
an onside kick.
Dribble it right up there in front, covered him. What?
Wait a minute. Well, the San Diego man did touch the football. tremendous Oakland man touched the ball, and then there was a rhubarb. They're indicating that San Diego got it back. We'll get it cleared up by referee Ben Rice.
Oakland had to have touched it, Frank, because the ball didn't go 10 yards.
Well, and they must have touched it when he was trying to cover it, because it looked to me, I mean, I didn't see him touch it, but I'm sure if that's what they're going to call, somebody did. But it didn't go 10 yards.
Well, if they're having that much trouble, let's just wait and let them figure it out.
It's a good idea, Frank. Wish I'd thought of that.
We'll see it again shortly, but apparently it was an attempt on an onside kick. There's Mike. And
Oakland touched the ball first.
There it
San Diego got the ball. It's San Diego's ball.
that was rather emphatic.
All right.
Let's look at it
Not
again.
terribly popular.
Let's see if Oakland touched it.
That's 5 yards, 6 yards, 7 yards. All right, he said, now, wait a minute.
Soft field. It did not go the 10. They're hoping it'll go another couple of feet.
Yes.
All right.
There it
right.
was.
But I couldn't see who that was. Anyway, doesn't make a difference. You are right. Well, good call, Rep.
First and 10. San Diego, good field position. Also, 35-yard line.
A lot of things we can't see up here.
Bob Klein in motion. Jefferson could not stretch far enough.
Let's look at it again from another angle.
He definitely was trying to come with the onside kick.
But it only went 8 yards.
Had it gone 2 more, they would have covered it right there, because Oakland was not looking for that. There you go, number
Reggie
60.
Kinlaw.
Yeah.
Second down and 10.
Now let's see if they can capitalize, Frank. What an opportunity to get quickly back in.
Joyner goes left. Jefferson goes right. Very unpopular decision. Joyner. He got it on the first bounce.
Yeah, he ran it.
He bobbled the ball, collected it, gets the first down inside Oakland's 40-yard line.
Another good defensive play by Lester Hayes, because he had a blocker out there, and Joyner, they couldn't coordinate it.
Yeah, but Fouts is using Joyner beautifully. They're doubling on Jefferson more often than not. Joyner with ball control there, the great hands, the veteran receiver, and he's chewing up the yardage. That's his 7th reception.
Good move by Lester Hayes.
And Fouts is creeping inexorably closer to another 300-yard game. He could be the first quarterback in NFL's history to put 4 of them together. Bob Klein in motion. Quick toss. Clarence Williams. Williams gets away from Hendricks. He gets inside the 35, closer to the 34, where it'll be second down and 6. Jefferson splits right to San Diego. Joyner, or rather Larry Burton in now. Joyner getting a breather. Burton wears 87. Oh.
Got to be a quarterback move that time.
Yep. Somebody forgot to snap.
Quarterback. Happens all the time.
Big penalty.
That is interesting, Don. Do you, as a quarterback, forget the count?
Well, yeah, you do, Frank. Most quarterbacks get in the rhythm of calling most of everything on 2. And then their coach will say, hey, look, you got to change that count some, because the defense is getting off at the same time. So quarterback will say, okay, this one's going to be on 1 or on 3 or whatever the count might be. And then in between that time, there's some habits that are hard to break. That's why you ought to change that count every now and then.
Second down and 10. Sorry I asked. Fouts has a man open, but he slips and falls, does Larry Burton.
And he would be wide open because he had a good route there.
Well, he was open.
That's another compelling graphic.
Charlie Joyner has been the leading receiver for the Chargers, and he is flipped to the right, where he will meet Lester Hayes. And what appears to be single coverage. There he drops off. Flags down.
He got lucky, but because of offsides on Oakland.
Another slip.
Looked like Willie Jones was early for Oakland, number 90.
Yep. And they really banging up on old Fouts back there, and he's talking to the referee. He says, I've had enough of this. Where's that rule to protect that quarterback? Offsides, I'm pretty sure.
So it'll be third down and 5. 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and let's look at the perils of life at quarterback.
Willie Jones was the guy that jumped. And look at this one coming in, Ruts. Willie said, wait a minute, where are you? If I'm going to get off sides, I'm going to do something.
3rd and 5. The ball is just inside the 35-yard line.
I think this would really change their philosophy. They might want to try not to go for it this time and maybe 2 runs, because they got to have a first down.
A draw play right here would be a clever call.
3 wide receivers, 4 if you call Lydell Mitchell a wide receiver. Bounce once Mitchell. And Rod Martin got all twisted, turned around, out of shape, but got back into condition in time to deflect that pass. Mitchell is saying, hey, I was pushed.
And watch Matuzak come through here, number 72. He's been injured. Looks like he's been held there. Bounce gets it off. That's a legal hit because his motion had already started. Now we're going to watch the pass. Had a pretty good coverage out there, I thought, that time. Rod Martin is the guy that's there. No place to really go.
Martin was all over. Interference claimed by Mitchell, no shot.
And on 4th and 5, San Diego down 24-9 will go for it. Oakland showing a blitz move. Bounce hangs it up. He got it, but a sensational catch over there by John Jefferson.
Oh man, I thought that was.
He gets the first down, and he did it in an acrobatic fashion.
Yeah, that is really a unique offensive weapon you're working with there, because again, that's not bad coverage.
That is Mike Davis in good position. As you said, Don, it's just a tremendous catch by the second-year man out of Arizona State.
It's also a coach who lives by offense, Don Coryell.
The ball at the 15-yard line. San Diego down 24-9. 8 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Bounce, Joyner!
Right out on the 1/2-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal.
Charlie Joyner is having a ball tonight.
How'd you like that throw, too?
Beautiful, on the button. But that man right there from Grambling College, going back to his younger days tonight.
Mike Davis is the guy that's there covering number 36. Let him have another step there. He didn't close as well as some maybe, but he at least made up for it when he got there. You're right. Charlie's making some good moves, and that Jefferson, he does have some good outside receivers, doesn't he?
8 receptions, 97 yards. Bo Matthews, 41. Hank Bauer, 37. Those are the big setbacks now for San Diego. Bauer, flag is down. The indication is that Bauer broke the plane of the goal line, but a flag is down.
Oh, no.
Offside, San Diego. Bauer had already spiked the ball.
But not in the end zone. Coryell, as you can see, terribly upset. 7:59 left in the 3rd quarter. Fouts now so close to still another 300-yard game.
Joyner's out. Greg McQuarrie, another tight end, is in there. Clarence Williams sprints and dives for the end zone.
Good effort by Williams. I don't think he got in, but it's a heck of an effort to do it.
He did everything but get in, Don.
He'll be about a foot short.
Well, it was a nice play by Rod Martin that time, trying to play off the interference as well as he could, waiting for somebody to come in there and help him. They had that pretty well set up. We'll take a look at it again. You see Klein trying to block. A good move right in there, and that was Martin. That's Monty Johnson coming over from that middle linebacker.
2nd and goal. The ball inside the 1, about a foot from the goal line. The 2 big men are back in there. Bauer, 37. Bo Matthews, 41. Let's see if he gives it to Bauer, the play that scored a moment ago. Bauer. No upraised arms of the officials as of yet.
I thought he got in.
I did too.
It did appear from our angle that if he didn't make it, it's going to be so close. Bauer's not complaining. Now he is.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, you know, he was sitting on the goal line. It looked like to me.
3rd now.
Well, that's somebody got a sharp eye down there, haven't they? All right, let's see. That's Villapiano. They're trying to block off that lead blocker.
Well, from that angle, it appears they stopped.
Monty Jackson.
Monty Jackson cleaned that. You're right.
3rd and goal. Mitchell is the wingback. Bounce. Struggles forward, gets the touchdown.
We got a football game, ladies and gentlemen.
And the hard way for San Diego. 7:24 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Fouts decided, I've had enough of this, I'll put it in myself.
Coyel has grown frenetic.
Look, he does have some expressions over there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's a feisty one, up and down that line.
He gets into it. Mike Wood for the conversion. Oh, no. No good. Hard to tell whether it was a hold or the kicker, but it brings the score to Oakland 24-15, and Oakland is going to have a different football team on their hands when we come back. Wood hits it.
He had a good one.
Ira Matthews out of the end zone.
Uh-oh.
Look out. Ira Matthews.
Turn out the
Deep in
light.
his end zone. Ira Matthews. It looked to be 103 yards.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had a football game.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Oh, what action-packed drama here tonight.
104 yards.
The Oakland Raiders, so intimidating at home, coming up in the clutch. San Diego just back in the ball game. Matthews, as Frank said, 104-yard kickoff return.
Oh, this is going to be fun to watch. Let's just watch him do it again.
He had not broken a long punt or kickoff return for Oakland until tonight. He led the nation as a sophomore in kickoff returns at the University of Wisconsin. Led in punt returns last year, and this is why he was drafted in the 6th round. He's not big, but he has talent.
Boy, does he ever. He says, I'm here now. Watch it, watch it. Yeah. Dance on him, darling. Dance on him.
On Wisconsin.
Oh, Dad! How you doing on my high hip? He's not even tired, and it took him 20 seconds to do it.
Well, that sort of play is the thing that they say breaks your back. You get right back into it, 24-15, and all of a sudden,
Boom, you're right
bang.
back out of it. And this crowd standing as one. Oh,
A new Oakland Raider record as we look at Jim Breach put it through. Ira Matthews breaking the record held by Harold Hart, set in 75 against Miami. We'll be back with more excitement in a moment. And by the way, those of you in the Springfield, Massachusetts area will be seeing American International against Springfield College, 12:30 Eastern Time in your area this Saturday. NCAA college football, and boy, Ira Matthews has turned this crowd on with that record-breaking return for Oakland. Ray Guy kicks it. Short, taken there by San Diego. It is Ralph Beretta. And let's take a look at Matthews again. You've got an excited youngster. He almost was not going to bring it out. Good block on Jerome Dove. Finds the gap.
there
Turns on
it
the
is.
extra speed.
That little cutback right there, Frank, did it for him. Gave him the daylight. Look at him go.
they're not gaining on him much, are they? Whoa.
Out of the University of Wisconsin, where he had a spectacular career there as a return man.
I think this is a wide-open game. San Diego's likely to come right back.
They have good field position. 1st and 10, their own 35-yard line. Fouts. He has Joyner. Joyner goes up. All thrown a little bit short. Jack Tatum was there, 32, along with Monty Jackson, and I'm sure Oakland glad to have Jackson back in the action.
Watch this.
Tatum has played a superb game tonight, by the way. He's been in on
Yes, he has.
key tackles, key
270,
defenses.
Frank, for Fouts.
He needs 30 more to become the only player to put 4 300-yard games back-to-back. 2nd and 10. screen. Clarence Williams. Williams down at the 45, I believe, short of the first down.
I said San Diego would build up stats tonight, and Fouts could end up with as many as 400 yards before he's done.
Tell him about it, Don.
San Diego needing 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They want to score on the board this quarter.
Oh, and there'll be a loss of a couple of yards. Ted Hendricks came from his outside linebacking position, closed down on Lydell Mitchell, and now what do we do? Well, fourth down.
See what Coryell does, and watch the line play. See Hendricks at the back, fighting off that block and getting those long arms in there. What a player.
And we are going to see the punting unit for San Diego. That means Jeff West and Ira Matthews, a new Oakland hero, positions himself inside the 20-yard line. There he is, 5'8", 175 pounds of lightning.
They desperately need a good punt. West has not been capable of it thus far tonight, an average of 34 yards.
Hangs it high.
Good
Ira
catch.
Matthews, no fair catch. And down he goes. At the 15-yard line, a 40-yard punt that time. Good punt by Jeff West on that occasion.
Excellent punt in the clutch. 5:18 left in the third quarter. Good Lord, look at those statistics throughout his career. Just tremendous.
On first down, handoff, Derek Jensen, right side. He's piled up. And you sense that the Charger defense, which was befuddled by the Oakland offense throughout the first half, has pulled themselves together somewhat. That was Bob Horn in there initially on the stop, number 55.
Well, they have to prove they can stop the pass.
No gain.
If Stabler passes, that's the thing to look for.
I think that was the big thing working for him in the first half. When he threw, he really didn't have to throw. And therefore, he had a little bit more time to do it, and they had guys open. When you have to throw, it's a whole different defensive look.
Speaking of guys, he has one named Ray, too. He is deep in his own territory, and he can count on his punter. 2nd and 10. Brams in motion. Van Egan, left side, huge hole. Oh, boy. Van Egan explodes to the 25. He had an opening at the line of scrimmage, but it was closed down quickly. Coming up there with number 42, Mike Fuller, to make a stop short of the first down at the 25. 3rd and 2. Hope you're enjoying the game. The pictures have been superb. Again, a credit to our Monday Night Football crew. Van Egan, left side. No,
Didn't get it.
upended short. Gary Johnson submarining in there. Then turning Egan back, it'll be 4th down, and out comes Ray Guy and his punting troops.
So each team has failed in a key 3rd down situation. San Diego did, and then Oakland followed in kind. Guy, who is still must be considered the determinant in this game with his punting out there.
What he's doing, to the uninitiated, he's making sure he has 11 men on the field, or that he does not have 12. Mike Fuller respectfully positions himself back at his 30-yard line. Guy standing at his 11 will kick from about the 15. End over end. This one can be returned by Mike Fuller. Certainly a good field position. Fuller to the 47. So San Diego again in excellent field position, but time is beginning to count. They are down 31-15. A flag is down on the field. 15.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness on number 84.
Whoa, Derek Ramsey, and that really hurts.
What a bad penalty that was.
And timeout down on the field. San Diego, good field position. The ball at the 37-yard line of Oakland. They'll have 1st and 10 when we come back. Oakland fighting for their divisional lives. They have a 4-4 record. Denver in the same division. Of course, 5-3. They'll have to be looking on. Kansas City 4-4. 1st and 10, San Diego. 37-yard line of Oakland. Bounce to the air again. Lydell Mitchell with a good move to avoid Villapiano. And gets a first down at the 25-yard line. Dave Pear made the tackle there. Jefferson split to the right. Charlie Joyner, who's having a big night, splits left. Bounce has 291 yards. Williams finds a little gap and gets a couple of yards. Give him 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 at the 22. That's time remaining in the third quarter. They're marking it for 23, so in effect it's 2nd and 8. Bounce. Fires to Joyner. Incomplete. Or rather, John Jefferson. Incomplete. 3rd down 8. All the time in the world, but no receivers.
Hey, wait a minute. Yeah.
Lawrence Williams
Got the call.
got the call.
I think that might have had a
It was
little
Monty
help from
Johnson defending. He's saying no.
I think Williams drew that penalty.
Well,
Either way,
it's a penalty.
Pass interference, number 58. That's a first down.
Williams coming out of the backfield. Fouts had forever no pass rush whatsoever, but there was good coverage.
He's not known as one of your basic runners.
Oh, yeah.
He did kind of dive under him, didn't he?
I told you, I thought he drew it.
You've got a keen eye.
1st and goal. A ball inside the 10. Lydell Mitchell cuts back. Dave Pear is there. Gets to the 7-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and goal. John Matuzak comes in. Big John. He wears number 72. John Jefferson splits to the right. Got him in the end zone. Bob Klein, a man that was questionable tonight because of a very sore calf. And
Hey, that's all.
San Diego continues to put the points on the board.
I was whipped in there, wasn't it?
Oh, did he whip it?
All right, let's see. This ball was thrown. I
Key thing,
think
Don, he had the time.
he had good time his right, Frank. I don't think he was really trying to go to Klein necessarily as his #1 receiver, but that ball was just drilled in good and low. Pretty good coverage back there.
If he's not over 300 yet, he's all but over it, and he will certainly pass it. Become the first NFL quarterback to pass for 300 or more yards 4 straight games.
All right.
Conversion is good by Mike Wood. And San Diego now up to 22. Let's look again at the protection, which is so key. 63 is Wilkerson. 67 is White. Bob Rush is the center.
Didn't notice, but Klein almost fell down, you see, and had to kind of come back. That's as far as he could go. Pretty well covered on the other side.
We've had everything in this game. We had an attempted onside kick that wasn't an onside kick. That was fumbled away by Oakland. Put San Diego back in the game. 104-yard punt return, putting Oakland out in control. There's Jack Tatum, who, as Frank has told you, is having a brilliant game tonight.
And Dan Fouts is at 298 yards unofficially. Yards throwing the ball. The record seems to be easily within his grasp. Ira Matthews takes Mike Wood's kick. This time he swarmed under at the 20-yard line. Now Oakland has to get their act together.
I was talking to Jimmy Hart sometime a year or so ago, and right after Coryell went out there, and he says, the only thing I can say is Dan Fouts is sure going to love it. He says, man, does he lay out some pass offenses for you.
40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. An exciting, explosive game we hope you're enjoying. Derek Jensen, 31. Mark Van Egan. Those are the setbacks. Van Egan, 30. Stabler on 1st down through the air. Had to hurry a pass intended for Casper, as getting in there quickly was Fred Dean defensively for San Diego.
Sometimes you wonder what San Diego might have been if they hadn't lost Louis Kelcher for the season so far.
Yet Wilbur Young, number 99, moved to tackle as we place Kelcher in good fashion. On 2nd and 10, Van Egan out of bounds at the 27-yard line, short of the 1st down.
Well, I heard that anyway. There's some stats. Look at that, would you? 291 they've got, Frank. 153 for Oakland.
Yeah, we told you it was unofficial.
I thought it was 298.
Well, it can't be if you want.
Losing yardage on the team sack brought up to 291. Here's 3rd down 3 for Stabler. Van Egan has the first.
Good move by Kenny.
Big play.
He knew how much he had to have, knew where Van Eegen was, and didn't have that much time to get it over there.
As the third quarter winds down, Kenny must reestablish ball control.
He has the first down at the 37-yard line. And they'll let the time expire here in the third quarter. You're watching another exclusive of ABC Sports. That is the end of the third quarter. Oakland 31, San Diego 22. We'll return with the fourth quarter in a moment. Oakland, by the way, had the ball for only 6 offensive plays in the third quarter. That spells trouble. Cliff Branch in motion. Van Eegen gets the call, sprints to the outside. Quickly the San Diego defense reacts. Mike Fuller coming up defensively, number 42, getting help from Pete Shaw. A gain of about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Mark Van Eegen gets a good block from Henry Lawrence, cuts back, and again the San Diego defense reacts with the pursuit, holding the gain to a couple. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Good work by Kenny. Ran right then instead of left. One of the few times.
I think that's one of the few times that I've seen one of the Oakland backs and receivers lose footing a little bit. I think Mark got a little tripped up. He kind of fell for about 4 that time.
In the third quarter, San Diego had the ball for 8 more minutes than Oakland.
Branch comes out. It's a long 3. They're in their short yardage offense, but you wonder about a conservative play. I think ordinarily you would expect Kenny Stabler to put it in the air. And he will. As Casperny almost throws it into the arms of defensive cornerback Mike Williams. 4th down. Out comes the punting unit for Oakland, and they'll have to turn it over again without maintaining control. His punting unit's intact. Deep is Mike Fuller. There he is, number 42, standing inside his 15-yard line. Oakland will take a long count, trying to draw San Diego off. An old ploy. Seldom works anymore. This time they snap it quickly, and a flag is down.
You know, I think it's Oakland, though, Frank. I think they moved too quickly.
Fuller is down at the 24-yard line, but a flag is down at the line of scrimmage. 42-yard punt. Leading the entire NFL in passing yardage, over 1,900 yards. Fouts brings them up. He'll have a tired arm after tonight. Fouts is sacked. Number 90, Willie Jones, the rookie out of Florida State, a 2nd-round draft pick. Quick. And he's not all that small either, at 240. He's going to be around for a while, and he'll be a good one. Top of your screen.
Just watch him work there. He's doing a pretty good job.
It is 2nd down and 18 at the 7.
Billy Shields, number 66, that was blocking on him, and it was that time it went to Willie.
Ball is now placed at the 17-yard line. Loss on that sack of 8 yards. 2nd sack of the night for a total of 15. Fouts hangs it up. Intended there for Jefferson.
Oh, I tell you, beautiful play by 37,
yes.
Lester Hayes.
3rd down, 18. Partisan crowd exhorting their favorites to get to Dan Fouts. They know he'll be putting it in the air. Comes Willie Jones, but he slips.
They got him from the back.
He did recover. Willie Jones would have had him the first time, but he slipped on the turf and got to his feet and got to Fouts incomplete.
I'll tell you, Willie Jones has just turned this game potentially permanently in Oakland's favor.
And while you look at the replay, a late flag has been dropped.
Oh, they bopped him pretty good.
This was offside.
Oakland offside.
Oh,
What a break.
A break for San Diego.
That gives Fouts some life, but Willie Jones has just been tremendous with 1 and maybe a half sack in the last 3 plays.
So Willie Jones was able to slip around him on the outside.
3rd down, 13. Ball at the 22-yard line. Fouts. He won't make it running. Gets to the 28, short of the first down. It'll be 4th down. San Diego will have to turn it over. The Oakland defense, they were there when they were needed. Jeff West, Ira Matthews is at the Oakland 30-yard line awaiting the punt of West. Short punt, Matthews at the 40. Good field position for Oakland.
Might be a flag.
Don't
Hustling down there, Woodrow low. The Oakland Raiders have the football. They'll have a 1st and 10 at their 38-yard line with 11:53 remaining in the game. Take a look. A moment ago, he couldn't find a receiver. Decided to run with the football on a 3rd and 13. And that was Monty Johnson taking a pop at him. Browning fell on him. So now, 1st and 10. Oakland has the ball at the 37-yard line. 11:53 remaining in the game. Setbacks, Jensen 31, Van Egan 30. Stabler has the time, the flag is down.
Oh, that was...
As Cliff Branch sacked.
Well, it was almost an interception for 6. Had the ball been thrown a little bit better, but Kenny was knocked down.
Van Egan indicates the call is going to go against San Diego. It's a holding call.
So it's an automatic first down.
Right now, though, they've got a first down in fairly good field position, and he is still sitting on a good 10-point lead.
1st and 10, the ball at the 43. We're informed that Faust will return. He has aggravated a previously injured groin muscle. Van Egan, close to midfield, a gain of 7.
Now, that really helped him, but now he's got a couple of downs to pick up 3 without putting it back in here. I think really most people will say, you know, of course, Kenny can throw the kind of ball that almost as safe as running it, but I said almost. So if you can really get that thing down there and pick it up, you're also running out a little bit more of that clock.
2nd down 3, the ball at the 49-yard line. Rich Martini is the wide receiver with the 2 tight end offense for Oakland. Mark Van Egan, single setback, gets the toss, got blockers in front. Van Egan with a beautiful run, getting another Oakland 1st down, and spinning and twisting.
Now, Frank,
You'll never see a better 10-yard run than that.
Now, he ran more than 34 yards that time, I'll guarantee you. Picked him up 7.
Watch it again. He would not go down as he was cutting back.
Steve Sylvester, 66 in front of it with a good block.
Look at that.
What a hustler. I love it.
They had to get him from all directions.
Nice going, Mark.
Looking for a 4th straight 1,000-yard season. But Steve Sylvester, a quick word about him, starting at right guard tonight. Mickey Marvin, of course, out there. But Steve Sylvester started 5 times at offensive left tackle. He started at center, and now he's a right guard. He has been Mr. Versatility for the Oakland Raiders. On 1st and 10. Stabler, Chester. Complete for about a 3-yard pickup. Gain of 3, 2nd down 7. The ball at the 39-yard line. Inside 10 minutes, the seconds ticking away for San Diego. Booker Russell, 34. 1 setback now for the Raiders, but Kenny's going to the air. Casper's open. There it is. To the 1-yard line. Kenny Stabler under pressure. Cooley fires it to Casper.
Oh, you're too much, Snake.
Yep, he is denied. That was a great call. A great play.
Right after he throws this, he actually gets hit from the blind, from the backside. But he zipped it, that old left arm, not a ripple on it. There it is. Maybe a little bit underthrown, but not much.
The Snake is 13 of 17, 212 yards, and Casper not having a bad night either.
Leroy Jones almost got to Kenny, but just a little bit late. Snake on.
1st and goal, the ball at the 1-yard line.
This would be the icing.
Don't say that. Russell gets the touchdown of the night. Set up by Stabler to Casper pass.
All right, Booker.
Booker Russell banging in from 1 yard out, and you saw the smile on Stabler. So much abuse he took last year. A team that was bothered with injuries last year. He had 30 interceptions a year ago. Wanted to be traded, talked about it openly. And he is having himself quite a night. Here's Tim Breach. And it's good. The Oakland Raiders extending their lead over San Diego. Still time left for a high-powered offense. 8:40, we'll be back.
You'll enjoy that show, believe me, as you have in the past. Great people, a lot of fun, a lot of competition.
Free guy hits it for Oakland. Artie Owens. And you better go now, Artie. Artie Owens brought it over. Didn't want to do it, decided he would do it. And he gets to the 15-yard line, loses 5, the potential touchback.
But Oakland just intimidates the opposition at home and on natural grass. They've not lost a home game this year.
Dan Fouts returns, 2 yards short of a 300-yard night. Limping, as you can see.
That might be it.
That's it out. A little screen pass out to the 20-yard line. Fouts again goes down, and that is a record. Greg McCrary, the receiver. 302 yards we have unofficially.
He's a great young player and a courageous one.
That was Phil Yaw coming in here. Looks like on the outside. Or is it Willie? No, it's Phil Yaw. Watch Phil Yaw, number 77. Little screen pass.
He only goes 290.
290.
Phil Yaw may be finding himself. He was the only guy Sunday who could handle Marvin Powell, 79 of the Jets.
Second down, 6. The ball at the 21-yard line. Jefferson in motion. Draw play, Clarence Williams. The flag is down. Williams has the first down, but the flag is down in that holding zone, as we call it. That will be the call. Over 54,583 tickets sold tonight. 874 no-shows. The game being televised locally here.
Right back in the thick of things after their slumbering night against the mighty Steelers last Monday.
Bob Rush holding. Second down, 16. Fouts dumps it off to Clarence Williams, who slipped.
Well, it's beginning to sound like a broken record, but we've seen the turf come into play several times tonight.
Yes, right from the start we called it, mainly against San Diego.
3rd and 16. There will be a total disregard, as there has been on the night, for the run. Intercepted.
They're not.
Mike Davis.
The party's over. Oh, yeah.
Lateral pass to Hayes. Oh, they're a hot ball club tonight. They're on fire. And Fouts walks off.
And an empty record, I think, for Dan Fouts tonight. He cares about winning, not records.
But he knows, they all know now, that the party is indeed over.
It is over, and you keep in mind he has thrown 300 yards for 4 games in a row, and they're batting 500. He was well covered, is all it was. He was getting some pressure back there. Been hit by Phil Yaw the time before. He never was really open. That's a good defensive play. My gosh, he was with him. Mike Davis.
And he flips it to Lester Hayes.
And that's being alert. Lester's having fun. He heard him sing Hullabaloo, Connect, Connect for the old Texas Aggies.
Ball inside the 20. Cliff Ranch splits to the right. The 2 tight end offense for Oakland. Successful tonight. That's Branch in motion. Now Kenny will work on the clock, and Van Egan helps. Inside the 15, a gain of 5.
There is Mike Davis.
He's at 86 yards. Van Egan had 100 plus against the Jets last week in a losing effort. His job now to kick off the seconds. Jensen, and Derek Jensen gets close to another Raider first down.
What a lead. San Diego crushes the Rams 40-16. The Jets beat Oakland 28-19. Of course, I must repeat, Oakland inspired tonight. Perhaps in a way similar to the inspiration provided to the Pirates by the tragic and untimely loss of Chuck Tanner's mother. I remember a book once written by Ralph Halkin. That tells a lot about tonight, that traffic.
3rd, less than a yard.
All players are human too, Frank.
Van Egan gets the first down. That's his job, and he's doing it beautifully.
That is right.
I remind you, college football coming your way, a doubleheader live at 12:30 Eastern Time. Houston and Arkansas, both are undefeated, and that's going to be a crucial game in that Southwest Conference. 5 minutes on the clock, the seconds ticking away.
close in there, doesn't he?
Who cares about it? Inside the 1. And a little salute to the Oakland Raider offensive line. Upshaw, Dalby, Sylvester particularly playing in a strange position again tonight. Art Shell on the left side. They've done a tremendous job protecting Kenny Stabler throughout the night.
They really have, Frank. And funny the way things run in patterns. You know, Dunn, Van Egan from Colgate, Marv Herbert before him from Colgate.
I think I'd go up there and pick me up another one, would you? I don't care who he is, just send him on out here.
The Red Raiders of the Shenango Valley. And
Fred Dean is leaving, shaken up. Second down. Booker Russell.
Booker.
Third touchdown of the night for Booker Russell. There he is, the big man. Don told you, 230-pounder, just using the weight and the strength. He's carried the ball 3 times tonight.
How big his legs are.
3 yards and has scored 3 touchdowns.
Big old powerful 5.
Go home and his wife will say, "What'd you do tonight?" Well, I carried the ball for 3 yards. Is that all, darling? 3 touchdowns, love.
Oh, that's better.
Oh, I think I'm hearing an old poem.
I love it.
Jim Breach.
Oh.
Good. And Oakland is rolling it up. 45-22 over San Diego.
That's an interesting graphic, isn't it, folks? 3 rushes, 3 yards, 3 touchdowns. Frank will recite another poem.
Booker Russell. Jim Breach to kick off, or rather Ray Guy to kick off for Oakland. Deep is Artie Owens and Hank Bauer. Artie Owens. And Owens slithering along the line out over the 25 to the 27, where San Diego will have a 1st and 10. You see Alex Karras in that commercial a moment ago. He told me he's going to be a leading man, and he has not thrown a pass this entire year. Came to San Diego from Los Angeles in '77.
He will now.
Had a couple of big years with the Rams.
And he can throw.
Bo Matthews, the receiver. And Matthews out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Booker. That's the information we received. James Harris, 6'4", 220-pounder. Hands off to Bo Matthews. Matthews gets out over the 40 to the 42. He has the 1st down for San Diego, but seconds are ticking away at 45-22, Oakland over San Diego. Such will not be the case. Oakland is back in it. Denver, of course, certainly alive. Kansas City even in there as we look at Artie Owens.
That's a fumble.
Have they blown it dead? I believe they have.
I did.
Charles Phillips hit Artie Owens. The ball came loose, and Artie Owens is on the ground. Rod Mark came up with the football, but the ball had been blown dead.
Stadium.
Yeah.
Against Joe Namath. And he really looked like he could produce.
1st and 5. Harris, he'll get the pass rush. Fires incomplete. It was Monty Jackson covering there well and doing a fine job on John Jefferson.
But Jamie never fulfilled the hopes the Bills had for him, and then he wound up with L.A. And you remember he was in a couple of playoffs for them, and that's, as you look at him there, led the NFC in passing in '76. He had a tremendous game and 1 Pro Bowl game. Remember, Frank? But then, because he didn't get them to the Super Bowl out of there, and San Diego latched on to. And here, he's a good backup man for Fouts.
2nd and 5. Artie Owens is all right. Had the wind knocked out of him, we were told. Harris has the time. John Jefferson, he's in the crowd with Monty Jackson back there and Charles Phillips.
Well, that's tempting. You know, you get back there, you can't find the guy you're looking for. You look downfield, all of a sudden you see him. What you don't always remember is how far he is downfield.
Harris was out much of the game with an injury. He came on and he looked like $1 billion at the very end of the game.
3rd and 5. Joyner He was there, collects the ball for the first down. He's collected by Jack Tatum. We are now told that it was indeed the aggravated groin injury that has sidelined Dan Fouts. We're going to pause 5 seconds and allow our stations to identify themselves. Harris again to the air.
Look out.
Big, strong man. Struggling close to a first down for San Diego. He's got it. The ball ripped out of there, but I believe it is down. And that will bring up the 2-minute warning. And Oakland on top, 45-22. We'll be back in a moment. We saw a record, an Oakland Raider record set by kickoff man Ira Matthews, 104-yard return in a listless third quarter. But they still came away with 7 points in that quarter. And now the Chargers have the football, 1st and 10, inside the 20-yard line with 2 minutes remaining. James Harris to quarterback. Down Harris. Sacked and it's Willie Jones once again. He goes so quick.
He really has come on in this ball game.
First move, I think, is Phil that comes through there and gives him a pretty big swipe. No, it's actually Matuzak. I'm sorry, 72. Moves him out of the pocket. You see Shields go down, and there's Willie. He's giving Shields about all he wants over there tonight.
3rd sack of the night. 45 points is the most points scored against San Diego since their final game of the 71 season. That against Houston. A 49-33 loss. John Floyd, a rookie from Northeast Louisiana, comes in, splits to the left on 2nd down. A flag is down. Collecting the ball, Bo Matthews. And Matthews upended by Jack Tatum. Got a flag down at the line of scrimmage.
Going to be ruled as a completion and the fumble out of bounds, but I think we do have
1:21 to go.
Now 2nd down and 12 to go for the Chargers.
Ball inside the 20-yard line. Out to the left goes John Jefferson. Out to the right, the rookie, John Floyd. Bo Matthews, 41, single setback, gets the draw, bobbles it, comes up with it, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Dave Browning there for the stop.
Bo's having a hard time holding on that ball. Bring up a big third here. 3rd down at about 10.
Quick field position, quick scores.
3rd and 12. Harris fires, deflected and then picked off by Monty Jackson in the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
The inability to defend the 2 tight end offense early on. Inside the 20, a bad intercept on a bad throw by Fouts.
That's the 3rd intercept of the night for Oakland. And this game will bring San Diego's record to 6-3. Kansas City looking on, I'm sure, as is Denver. Executive producer of ABC Sports is Brune Arledge. A special Thursday edition of ABC's NFL Football, produced by Dennis Lewin and directed by Chester Forte. Strange happenings out there. Covering up the football, Ken Stabler dropped on it. Our technical director tonight is Bill Morris. Our social director is Rob Miner. Our technical manager, Jerry Robian. Our unit manager is Bob Young. Seconds ticking away. Don Coryell finally has admitted defeat. Good football game tonight. A lot of excitement. Hope you've enjoyed it. Saber congratulates Wilbur Young, and we'll be back in a moment. Thanks again to Stats and Research man Mike Swanson, our spotter Steve Bazika. Again, the final score, Oakland 45, San Diego 22. Be sure to join us next week for ABC's NFL Monday Night Football. The Seattle Seahawks against the Atlanta Falcons from the Atlanta Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Our blend provided tonight by the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. Travel arrangements made through and a promotional fee paid by United Airlines. More people fly United to Hawaii than any other airline. This has been a presentation of the leader, ABC Sports, bringing you exclusive coverage when the world comes to America this February for the 1980 Winter Olympics. Good night.